Design engineering of large scale integrated agri irrigation projects. I am Dilip Yevlekar. In previous lecture number 9, we have studied the design principles and considerations of micro irrigation system with an example. This method is a milestone and useful for the beginner who want to learn the design of micro irrigation system. It helps to do the design for a small sized plot of 1 hectare, 2 hectare, 5 hectare, 10 hectare and so on with predetermined input data. In this lecture, we are going to study the advanced methodology of design engineering of large scale integrated agri irrigation project with an example. Havoc in existing large irrigation projects. Till today, all countries have been spending huge amounts of money to implement various irrigation projects across the river by construction of dam, main canal, sub canal, distributaries and field canal to reach water at farm. Over the period, it has been seen while designing such irrigation projects, no deep thought and analysis about the agriculture, crop yield, benefits, marketing, other techno-commercial aspects and side effects of such irrigation projects have not been accounted in integrated way. After auditing, it has been found that such large irrigation projects have created havoc in the countries and suffered with lot of problems and limitation in spite of huge investment. Most of the irrigation projects have not been till reached to yield and profitable and turning towards failure. Constraints and limitation in existing big irrigation projects, lack of integration of agriculture, climate and commercial aspects, land acquisition and compensation to community is a big task, rehabilitation of community is a big issue, utility of project is less than 50% in spite of huge investment, operation, management and maintenance cost is very high, no revenue to government from such projects, no encouragement for public and private for participation, no thought of post-harvesting and processing and value addition, social and political issues, no value for money. Why to integrate agriculture and irrigation projects to overcome the above constraints and limitations? Nowadays, many government departments are coming forward to implement integrated agriculture and irrigation projects, means balancing agriculture science and engineering to achieve targeted benefits. Review: design of small sized irrigation projects. In the previous lecture number 9, we have studied the design engineering principles and considerations of micro irrigation system for small sized projects. Design engineering of irrigation system for small size field is simple and custom based to particular farm, crops, water source, soil, climatic conditions and power. In such small irrigation projects, agriculture, benefit cost and commercial aspects are not a main concern and irrigation is looked as a water supply facility to the crops from the user's angle. For such projects, finance is normally arranged by an individuals or bank loan and partly government subsidy. Design philosophy for small irrigation projects is limited to meet the requirements of the end users. However, day-to-day operations of irrigation system, crop management, intercultural operations, harvesting, marketing and sales are remain under the scope of individual farmer, while other aspects like assessment of risk factors, water assessment, creation of water source, power source, climatic factors, cropping pattern, market demand, domestics, export, post-harvesting and processing value additions are not integrated and are given a least importance. Design philosophy of large size irrigation projects. Following parameters are integrated while designing of large size irrigation projects: agricultural planning and cropping pattern, yield, cost of cultivations, climatic assessment, water resource creation, assessment and balancing, soil analysis and assessment, water analysis and assessment, planning and designing of appropriate drip and sprinkler irrigation systems, power assessment, capex, opex, financial analysis, benefit cost ratio, payback period, break-even point, IRR. Design engineering methodology. Following engineering methodology in 18 stages are followed while designing of large-scale agri-irrigation project in order, and we will see step by step. Stage 1, input data. Stage 2, data processing. Stage 3, design engineering of irrigation project. Stage 4, design engineering of civil structures. Stage 5, estimation and feasibility report. Stage 6, project compilation. Stage 7, approval from authority, tender and contract agreement. Stage 8, manpower and material management. Stage 9, execution of project. Stage 10, testing and commissioning. Stage 11, training, operation management, troubleshooting. Stage 12, manuals. Stage 13, handover of project. Stage 14, operation and maintenance. Stage 15, agriculture services. Stage 16, database and assessment of project growth regulators. Stage 17, R&D, post-harvesting, processing and value addition. Stage 18, innovations, legacy and legend. Stage 1, input data, topographical survey, measurement of field with elevations, crop data, type, geometry, density, age, variety, water source data, type, size, depth, yield, power source data, government electrical or DG-set or solar, soil test report, soil sampling and testing in lab, water test report, water sampling and testing in lab, climatic data, temperature, relative humidity, evaporation, ETP, rainfall, sunshine, solar radiation, wind speed and direction. Stage 2, data processing, topography assessment and investigation, water quality assessment, hydrology, water resource assessment and investigation, soil testing and assessment, power source assessment, climate assessment, cropping pattern, market demand, domestic and export. Stage 3, design engineering of irrigation project, crop water requirement and water balancing, selection of drippers, drip lines, sprinklers, design of drip lines, laterals, design of submains, design of main pipes, design of motor pump set, design of power unit, DG-set, solar power, government electrical power, design of filtration system, design of automation system. Stage 4, design engineering of civil structures, design of intake structure, design of water resource structure and approach, design of storage tank, design of pump house, DG-set house, design of wall boxes, design of thrust block and supports, design of allied structures as may required. Stage 5, estimation and feasibility report, estimation of project, production estimation, sales and marketing of produce, input cost, economics analysis, benefit cost ratio, payback period, break-even point, IRR, internal rate of returns, preparation of bankable feasibility report. Stage 6, project compilation, project schedule, O&M schedule, risk factor assessment and mitigation, environment pollution and wildlife protections and clearance as may required, necessary permission from various government departments. Stage 7, approvals, tender and contract agreement, approval of projects and funds from the authority, preparation of DPR, detailed project report, preparation of tender document, tender notice and advertisement, tender procedure and submission, tender scrutiny, tender allotment, contract agreement. Stage 8, manpower and material management, material planning, sourcing and procurement, manpower requirement and sourcing, machineries and equipment sourcing on rent or procurement, project management team, execution schedule, material inspections, quality test, lab, field test, quality certification of materials. Stage 9, execution of project, excavation and backfilling for a piping network, installation of irrigation system, main pipes, sub-mains, drip lines, filtration system, valves and accessories, installation of electrical motor pump set, control panel, cables, safety devices, installation of power unit, construction of pump house, DG house, construction of intake structure, water tank and wall boxes. Stage 10, testing and commissioning. Testing and commissioning of irrigation equipment like main pipes, sub-mains, drip lines, filtration unit, pump unit, DG set and allied equipment, pump house, DG house and other civil works. Stage 11, training, operation and management and troubleshooting. Imparting training to operators, users in charge for operation and management of entire irrigation projects in field and in classroom. It includes orientation of irrigation project and objectives, working principles and mechanism of each items, training on maintenance, repairs, troubleshooting for each irrigation items. Stage 12, manuals. Training manuals are provided in hard and soft copy to the client. Stage 13, handover of project. As per the agreement, after training, the irrigation project is handed over to client in working condition. Stage 14, operation and maintenance. As per the contract agreement, operation and maintenance shall be performed. Stage 15, agriculture services. Agronomical services, selection of seeds and planting materials, preparation of land, plantation methodology and nursery, irrigation scheduling, fertilizer scheduling, crop protections, pesticides, insecticides, harvesting, packaging, sales and marketing. Stage 16, database and assessment of project growth regulators, collection of data from field, market, sales, recording expenses, revenue and income, recording incidents and problems, assessment of project, justification of investment, study and implementation of market growth regulators to fetch more revenue and value addition to the user. Stage 17, R&D, post-harvesting, processing and value addition. Idea behind it to generate additional revenue to end user and make them self-sufficient and bring sustainability among the community. R&D of exotic crops, non-seasonal crops, high market valued crops, adapting advanced method of agriculture, post-harvesting techniques, setting up processing plants like tomato ketchup, oil extraction, mango pickle, pulp, value addition plant, making fruit jam, juices. Stage 18, innovations, legacy and legends. Exploring innovative ideas in agriculture, irrigation and revenue. Introducing apps, websites, Facebook, Twitter, software development to increase efficiency in all activities. Transfer the knowledge to new generations. Legendary creativity in the world. Example, design procedure. Step 1, topographical contour map. A sample contour map of a project is shown to get an idea. Step 2, calculate crop water demand in general for various crops like banana, vegetable and so on. Please refer lecture number 9 for more details, and the same method can be used to calculate peak water requirement. Formula: A into B into C into D divided by E. A is potential evapotranspiration in millimeter per day. Here 8 mm per day is assumed. B is the crop factor taken as 0.75 in general. Refer FAO publication for more details. C is the canopy factor taken as 1, 100% carpet area to be irrigated. D is the area provided to the plant in square meter, 1 meter by 1 meter, so it is 1 square meter. E is the efficiency of irrigation system. For design of drip irrigation system taken as 90%, for sprinkler irrigation system taken as 85%. PWR, peak water requirement, is mentioned in millimeter per day. Here per square meter unit is not written in practice in calculation. So after multiplying all the factor, the peak water requirement is coming to 6.6 millimeter per day. Step 3, water assessment and balancing. Assume proposed area 1000 hectare. Convert this 1000 hectare into square meter by multiplying 10,000 square meter. So it comes to 10 million square meter. Total water demand is equal to area in square meter into crop water requirement. Here area is 10 million square meter and the crop water requirement is 6.66 millimeter per day. So it comes to 66,600,000 liter per day, means 66,600 meter cube per day. Now check how much water available in the water source. It should be equal to the total water demand of the crop. Step 4, calculate the design flow required in system. Total water demand is 66,600,000 liter per day. Assume working hours 16 hours, time required to complete the irrigation. Design flow is calculated as water demand divided by working hours. Here water demand is 66,600,000 liter per day and working hour 16 divided by 3,600. Convert this into second. So it comes to 1,156 liter per second, means input design flow equal to 1,156 liter per second. Note, here we have skipped the design procedure of drip irrigation system as this topic is covered in lecture number 9. Step 5, design of main pipe. Input design flow is 1,156 liter per second. This flow is divided equally into number of main pipe branches catering water to proposed area. If number of main branches are 3 as shown in the figure, then the flow per branch is 1,156 divided by 3 comes to 386 liter per second. Let us assume branch A length 1200 meter, branch B length 1500 meter, branch C length 2000 meter. Sample layout of main pipeline and water distribution network are shown in this drawing. Here main branches A, B, C are shown in this drawing. Step 5, design of main line. Function of main line is to transport water from water source to submains. PVC or HDPE pipes are used as a main line. Below formula is used to design a main pipe to calculate frictional head loss. Analytic method or graphical method can be used to design a main line. Here modified Hazen-Williams formula is used to calculate frictional head losses in PVC pipes or HDPE pipes. To design a main line, prepare a table as shown in this slide. From, to, distance, discharge, material, pressure rating, outer diameter, wall thickness, inner diameter, velocity and frictional head losses. there are 3 branches we propose: branch number A, branch number B, branch number C. Now put the values of these branches and work out frictional head losses in each branches. Among 3 branches, maximum frictional head losses occurs in branch number C, that is 2.74 meter. This 2.74 meter head losses has to be accounted while calculating total head requirement of the pump. Step 6. Calculation of pump requirement. Pump requirement means power or energy requirement to transport water from water source to the end point, tripper. In below figure, travel path of water is shown, means from resource to root. Step 6. How do you calculate pump requirement? Total head required, discharge required, HP required for motor pump set have to be worked out as under to operate drip irrigation system. Total head required is equal to suction plus delivery plus frictional head losses in filtration unit plus frictional head losses in main line plus operating pressure plus frictional head losses in fittings plus venturi head plus elevation. In this design, suction plus delivery is assumed as 6 meter. Frictional head losses in filtration unit is 4 meter as per the catalog. Frictional head losses in main line is 2.74 as per the design. Operating pressure is taken as 15 meter as per the catalog. Frictional head losses in fittings is taken as 2 meter. Venturi head is taken as 5 meter as per the catalog. Elevation is 0. Total head is equal to 34.74 meter, say 35 meter. Now calculate HP required. HP formula is Q into H divided by 75 divided by A divided by B. Here discharge is 386 liter per second. Total head required is 35 meter. Motor efficiency is 85%. Pump efficiency is 80%. After multiplying all this factor, the HP required is comes to 264.90 HP. To know the correct HP of the pump, please check the performance chart of the manufacturer. How to select motor pump set? Refer pump performance chart of manufacturer to select proper motor pump set. Intersect the required head and discharge in the graph marked in red, called as better efficiency zone. Select motor pump set at better efficiency zone 85%. Step 7. Preparation of bill of quantities. After completion of design, prepare bill of quantities under different headings. A. Irrigation system, water transport piping system, drip irrigation system, motor pump set, DG set. B. Civil works, excavation and backfilling, construction of intake structure, construction of water tank, construction of pump house, DG house. C. Installation and execution charges. Other techno-commercial stages: preparation of DPR, feasibility report, BC ratio, revenue, IRR, approval of funds, execution plan, materials and manpower management, economical services, marketing of products, assessment of project, research and demonstration, recording data, other techno-commercial aspects. Note: these stages are vast and varies from case to case basis. Hence, it is not possible to explain entire stages. In this slide, you can see video of Ramthal irrigation project, Karnataka, to get better understanding of this lecture. This is the last slide. Thank you very much. Ultimately, farmer's smile is very important for our success. For any clarification, please contact email dilip1000@gmail.com, mobile 91797 2266 188. Thank you.